What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals. Giving you all this knowledge that I can with this youth baseball space, helping guys get that maximum exposure and helping them with the recruiting. All right. We are back with another day. Hope everybody's doing well. We are getting this thing cranked up, man. Getting over the hump, man. We got the Atlanta Showcase popping up on Sunday, in the next few days, and so I'm super excited about that. Shout out to everybody that signed up in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody signing up. That's March 20th next month in Cali. Um, Great turnout so far. All right, as far as signing up wise, we're getting this thing cranked up and going. Man, I wanted to get this information out there today. So what I wanted to do today was, I wanted uh, because we were doing the showcases. I talked about it yesterday. I wanted to kind of give you guys an example. Some of my parents have gotten this, some haven't. I don't choose to share this with all the parents because sometimes it has some information on there that is personal, all right, and not everybody wants this, but I'm going to share the screen right now. I'm going to show you what I send to these college coaches across the country that are on the live stream, and also that some of the scouts and stuff that's in attendance, what the rosters look like. So when you guys sign up for my program, on my showcase, there's always a registration in there, and I ask for a few questions: height, weight, hitting, also a picture, all right. And I asked for, information on the family, right? And there's a reason why I asked that because these rosters that I get, well, this information that you're signing is actually becomes a roster. You know what I'm saying? That I end up a digital roster that I send to these college coaches that are going to be on a live stream or going to be following up on a live stream, meaning when they take the time to kind of look, they get a chance to see like, okay, who's who. And if they take the time to do this, and this is what's up, DJ? What's up, brother? So this was what was given. This is what I give out to the college coaches that are on it. I'm going to give you guys an example of what it looks like in a second. But this is what you've seen the story. I need to get my boy Malachi and Will on here. But when they asked like, hey, D, you've been on it. When they asked me, hey, your kid was, this kid so-and-so was at the showcase, right? And he's like, yeah. So he's referring to the roster that he was sent. And he was able to go back and look and see that, this kid went to my showcase. And that's what the beauty of this here, because these rosters live forever. I email them to the coaches and they'll have these rosters forever. They can always go back and verify and look at these showcases, all right? And look who and what and who's on them, right? So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to share what this all looks like, okay? And what is going to be sent to these coaches, all right? So let me just take the time and I'm gonna, Jansen, what's up? All right, Frank, everybody, EV, what's good? So let me just take the time. I'm gonna show you guys what these rosters look like. I'm not gonna be on here long today, but so every time, a parent signs up and they fill out the information, these rosters are being formed, okay? And this is what my team in the background do. So on Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, I email the rosters out to these coaches so they have that information via live stream, okay? So, all right. What up, Mark? Good to see you, man. I'm gonna see you in a few days, all right? Look forward to it. So like a parent like Mark, okay? He signed up. All right, Evie, what's up, baby? All right, I just saw your son's, roster stuff on here too, and I was going to share, but I already talked to Quincy about, I don't want to give everybody's information out there like that. So like Mark and Evie and guys like that are have signed up or have been to my showcase or going, both of you guys are coming on Sunday. You'll see, this is what these college coaches that will see. So when you see the flyer with all those schools on there, all right, what the parents don't see is that I email the rosters to those schools that's on the flyer. So Saturday morning, or in this case, it's going to be Sunday morning, okay? They're going to get up and they're going to see Lawrence, what's up, family, all right? They're going to see this roster, all All right, and they're gonna wake up and be like, okay, damn, all right, and it's gonna look like this. Okay, I'm just gonna show you one, or maybe a couple, but one in particular. Okay, how it looks. Okay, so I hope you guys can see the screen. All right, and let me see here. All right. All right, so I'm hoping you guys can see this. All right, this is what it looks like. The showcases when I ship them out. Okay, all right, it has my pretty face over there. All right, and it says Alabama Showcase, and this is from the past. All right, this is my boy, all right, Q, out in. All right, this is one of my kids in Alabama. All right, this is what it looks like here. I'm just gonna go through this briefly. I ain't gonna get them like dizzy, but I'll stop as soon as I see one of my guys that I told I was gonna stop. But as you can see, some pictures that look better than others. All right, handsome kids out there, all the proud mothers and dads out here. So this is what gets sent. All right, information on the kid and GPA. Let me get to one of my guys that I told I was gonna stop. I thought I had the right name, but I didn't. Let me get my boy Quincy. I'm gonna stop in a minute. I should have been more prepared, but all of these kids were at my last showcase. All right. So all of this, shout out to my boy Cam. All right. All these good-looking young men. So here's my boy Quincy. All right. So this is what gets sent. All right. You have the name, the phone number. All right. You got player email, parent email. All right. City, state, graduation. Usually you have the GPA, which is a 3.7. He didn't put it on there. All right. But I always have a little bio, okay? You have a little bio with a little picture, okay? So this is what gets sent to the coaches, all right? So now they have an idea. Usually I also have, when I have jerseys like this weekend, I'll have numbers. This week, Alabama, I didn't have numbers for those kids, but we'll have numbers in this top right over here. So now they could put 2 and 2 together. It's gonna be 1 through wherever, whatever, I'm already have the roster is pretty much set. Now the walk-ups and the last-minute people that sign up, I don't try to do walk-ups because of this reason alone, because it kind of messes up the flow where coaches may not know who these kids are because they walked up and I'm not able to get this information out there. All right, but this is a simple, quick bio. All right, SAT. So when your parents are filling out this information, all right, this is what you're filling out. All right, this is what's being shipped and sent to, all right, to the schools. So this is my boy Cam in Mississippi. All right. It's my boy Chase over here from ATL. Okay. So all of these kids, you know what I'm saying? Chase from Alabama. All right. So, this past weekend, in Alabama, we had 11 states represented. So we can go all the way down and see the multiple states, multiple pretty faces and guys over there, handsome dudes, all right, being shipped to these college coaches. Okay. So that is something that, I choose to do. So they make sure that they have what's up, Keish? What up, D-Car? All right, Woody. I just, I don't want, I'm trying to move fast, but I just want to make sure everybody kind of see what goes on from there. All right. So this is what's being sent, all right, to them. All right, pretty cool. I think it's a good gesture. So these coaches that are on the live stream know what the hell they're looking at. All right. So coach, for the 2023 kids, I know the college coaches can't technically talk to them until 9/1/21 facts. So how does that work at your showcases for the 2023 kids? Do the coaches talk and relay interest through you on the DL so a parent can at least know that there's interest there from a college or a school? Yeah. Some of the love to get you some NorCal players at your. All right, Raymond. Yeah, man. Look forward to it. So, some of the young guys, they can't contact, right? But they very easily can go and say like, "Yo, D, what's up with this kid here? I have a 2024 on my showcase. He technically doesn't have to, can't talk to nobody. As a matter of fact, I got a few 2023s and a couple 24s in my program now, right? And what we do is just I'll make a phone call and set up a phone consultation. You know what I'm saying? And say, listen, the parents, have them call. The coaches usually say, hey, call me between 9 and 11, and we go from there. So if a coach likes what he sees from a kid, all right, hey, he's a 2023 D. What? Give me a little skinny on him. This is what the conversation would go. Give me a little bit about him. What's going on? I like what I saw. He's like, okay, all right, well, I'd like to get in contact with him, have him call me. That's just simple. That's all it goes. Have them call me. All right. And then I'm like, all right, give me a time. Boom. And I just go back and forth. And then you guys make, I make the connection and then we go from there. All right. I think one of my guys, B Hall, my boy Brian Hall in Texas, it was a Memphis coach, recruiting coordinator. I sent a little film and the coach liked it. He was like, yo, have him call me between this particular time, D. And that's what happened. They connected. You know what I'm saying? That's how simple as it goes. All right. So it's when you see these kids committing 23, 24s and they technically can't talk. All right. That's how it happens. Okay. Simple. D, have him call me at XYZ time. That's all. And then the coaches call and there you go. All right. And then the introduction is made and we just go back and forth from there. All right. Just make arrangements to call. All right. What's up, Keish? What's up, Woody? Lawrence? All right. All right. Let me see. Lincoln in Hawaii was good. The shout out to Shamika, Cedric, Craig, Herman, Gabe, what's up? Timbo, Lowell, all right. Jacqueline, what's up? All right, cool. So you guys get what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so when your objective as a parent, I know you want to make the connections. And so what was happening in Alabama was just a unique situation and it was cool, right? Though that, these schools that I had come out, I knew that they were looking for schools. So I kind of tended to, I shifted and was really wanting 22s and mainly 21s that were uncommitted because it was January right before the season. And it was just, it was a nice snowball effect, say, what's up, Manny, that they were able to be there and watch the kids. And that's why, most of those kids that were getting an offer were 2021. So those coaches could talk right directly to them. All right. And that was where, the snowball happened. So we were talking about, talking about social media yesterday. Is there ever a thing as overexposure from posting videos? I said, I don't believe it is. I don't believe it's, posting too many videos. My thing is just, and I'm glad you said this, Woody, and always working hard, getting these young men and women exposure. It is like, it is. I wanted to talk about, that's a great question. Let me post this question. All right. And maybe, man, I may set this up for some time in the near future within the next week or so. So one of my parents reached out to me. My son is 13. Should I be on this call? Yes, Mary. Yes, you are right on. This is the perfect age and perfect time for you to be on this call. Okay. I wanted to kind of give you, and Mary asked this question. I'm gonna go right back, Woody. So Mary asks, my son is 13. Should I be on this call? So, I'm kind of catering for in the next. Started with Atlanta. If the local marketing I've been doing, I really want to get the 23s and 24s, in the mix. All right. Not to say because the 22s are going to become seniors, and I'm closing out my 2021s that's in my program now, working on getting them straight. But all my future programs are for really 7th, 8th, 7th and 8th graders entering the recruiting process, because the 8th graders right now, the 2025s, they're being high school, and the recruiting process starts to me as soon as you are going into your freshman year. The recruiting process starts. Okay, so you may have a 13-year-old, a 7th grader, but why not be ahead of the curve and get some of this information where you're ahead of the game, so you really have a real game plan. Shout out to my girl, not Latrice, but Ruby out in California. She signed up for, I ran a training program last month in January. She had an 8th grader, and she was the main person. I was asking the most questions and all that, and she, I gave her great information, and it was based off of, because her kid was entering high school. Now she has a game solid plan of how to navigate, how to attack the recruiting process. You know what I'm saying? Entering high school, where sometimes parents wait 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade, and don't necessarily get the education that they need to take it upon themselves to be essentially form a plan, because you need a plan. You know what I'm saying? Just going to a showcase is cool, and it's necessary. It's necessary to do that, and travel teams and all of that is all necessary. But not having a real game plan on what to do can mess you up. You see what I'm saying? So not in a necessarily bad way, but it just puts you behind the curve a little bit, where I see it and talk to everybody between juniors, seniors all the time, and they're like, oh my God, I'm waiting too long to know all of this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, coach. Can you help me? And man, what's going on? All right, what's up, Cynthia? What's good? All right, coach, will you have time to talk on and on this weekend about your personalized recruiting program, or is it better just schedule a call? Yeah, Mark, I could briefly talk about it right now. I'm kind of talking about it a little bit now, but because this is who it's for. The recruiting programs for the kids entering sophomores, juniors, freshmen, and eighth graders. You know what I'm saying? Those are kind of where I'm tailoring my programs and everything for. Again, that doesn't mean because I got JUCO kids that'll be coming to my showcases. I'm here to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have junior college kids and seniors, especially the 2021s. But I want to make sure that, because sometimes I think parents sit back in their 7th and 8th grade and feel like, oh, I'm not, this doesn't, I don't need this information. My son just in 7th, 8th grade until his 8th and 9th grade, and he's behind on the curve. Once you enter high school, you're in a recruiting process. Okay. All right. Let me, what up, J-Maya? And then, so let me go back to Woody with these videos. Speaking of videos, okay? Mary, who has a 13-year-old, my boy Mark, who has a freshman, all of that, right? I got a video package from one of my parents that I've been talking to about potentially getting into my program, but he sent me a bunch of videos. Now, he's done everything already, the perfect games and everything, but he has his own YouTube channel, which is right. I highly suggest you start a YouTube channel. All right. If you don't, besides the Twitter and all of that, because I know with my guys, I just like to share a link to the YouTube with all the videos and stuff to the coaches. Okay. It makes it real simple and easy. And they open it up and they got all that information there. All right. Yeah, Jacqueline, I got your email. I definitely will be reaching out to you. I got it. Thanks for the email yesterday. I got it though. I did get it. The issue that I see with videos, okay, you guys, and I know sometimes you may not understand if you're not necessarily and again, don't take offense to this, if you're not a baseball mom or dad, you may be posting videos that really don't, share and make your kid look good. I know you want to, coaches don't necessarily like, coaches don't necessarily like all highlights. They want all aspects of it. But sometimes I think when like this particular parent here was, and I think he was trying to showcase his son's speed from home to first. But it was, you got to understand, like the swing was not necessarily a good swing, and it chopped it, and the kid made a bad throw, and it shows the speed, but that's not a highlight. That's not a good video to a good clip to put into your video package. All right, and he had a handful of those. You know what I'm saying? And what you want to do, even if you think it was a good swing and the kid, he hit the ball deep and there's a foul ball. I see foul balls and I see, deep fly balls. Shout out to my girl Gina, because Gina know what I'm talking about, because I reached out to her personally. That's the first time we talked. I reached out to her because she posted her son hitting the deep fly ball. He just missed a home run off a curveball and it went to the wall, right? And she was like, and I wasn't going to post it on my page. I didn't. And so I told her, I said, yo, listen, Gina, listen, this is what I know that you think it was a good stroke, but he actually missed the hanging curveball, right? And it went deep, but it wasn't a home run. I was like, that's not necessarily showing anything that her son can really truly do. It's just except for just hit home runs. You know what I'm saying? He just missed the home run. I was like, that don't really show too much. I was like, give me. She was like, well, I got plenty of film hitting home runs. I said, well, them ones you send it to me. Why you sending him of a fly ball? You know what I'm saying? That don't show nothing. Just like, the parent I'm talking about here, and I just told him last week. I looked at his film. I was like, yo, I'm glad you're sharing it with me, but if you're sharing this to college coaches, I won't share this to college coaches because it ain't showing this kid in a good light. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple good hits, but then they got a rollover ground ball that it comes around and the kid overthrows it and it shows his speed, but that's not a highlight. That's not something that you want to show. What you want to show on film is a clean stroke. If it's a nice, clean, balanced swing, it don't have to be home runs. It could be a nice stroke up the middle base hit. Okay. Sometimes parents show base hits that are the kid rolls over and there's a ground ball in a hole and it's a hit, right? But the actual swing is not a good swing. You know what I'm saying? It's a rollover stroke. He just got a hit on it, but that's not a good film. You can show us a kid hitting the line drive and get out, But if the swing and everything is nice, you need to post that. All right. If it's a line drive, hard hit swing, and it's in the air, and it's not a fly ball, it's a line drive to the outfielder, and the kid, your son is out, that's a solid clip. Not a fly ball, not a ground out that the kid misplays and throws the ball all over the place, and you showed him run all over the place. That's not a solid clip. That doesn't really, unless it really shows his speed from home to third or something like that. But all you need is home the first one time, and that's it, and you're straight. You know what I'm saying? That's it. One time. You don't need 2 or 3 ground ball base hits and all of that. All right? I'm just talking about the videos because my boy Woody was just talking about videos and posting too much. I just want to talk. You can post all the videos you want, but it's what type of videos are you posting? Okay? Just remember that. You don't want to just be posting videos. Oh, my baby got 2 base hits, and it's a jam shot duck fart over the second baseman's head that barely gets a hit, but it scores 2 or 3 people, and everybody's base hit and all of that. But from a highlight reel, that's not a good film. That's not a good clip to show a coach. Or he can hit a deep fly ball, he mishit it, but it's deep and it gets caught. You may be, oh, my baby hit it 400 feet, but it was a fly ball. You know what I'm saying? And it got caught. All right. Now, most coaches can see a decent stroke, but just understand that you want to make your son look in the best right. It doesn't necessarily have to be hits. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just telling you, don't a rollover base hit in a shortstop. It may score 2 guys in RBI, and you may be, it looks cool, and everybody's happy in the game. I'm happy as a coach that you did that in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you scored 2 runs. But from a highlight reel, that's not a good stroke. You know what I'm saying? A hit is a hit, but that's not a good stroke. That same kid that may roll over in shortstop, if he hits a line drive, you know what I'm saying, to the shortstop, but hits a bullet or a bullet in the outfield that gets caught, he's out. That's a highlight reel. That's a highlight clip because he had a beautiful, nice stroke if you're able to see all the way through. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I know, Woody, you were not talking about, necessarily, you just asking, is it too much posting of videos? I don't believe that there is, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the right videos, okay? The right ones. I know I just went on about that, but I just hope that's good information for you guys because I'm just talking about stuff. I just had to talk 3 weeks ago with my girl Gina. That's how we first started to get on the phone in the conversation. All right, now we chatted up, and she's helping me with my program out in California. But our initial phone call was like, Gina, that's not a good film of your son. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to post that because that's not a good stroke. I don't want these college coaches that's in my private Facebook group to see that stroke. You know what I'm saying? So we go from there. All right. Checking in, coach. Sounds great. You answered my question from yesterday. Cool. All right. Woody, I got you. Jeremiah. Mark says, Coach, will you have time to talk on and on this weekend about your personalized recruiting program, or is it better to just schedule a call? Yeah, I kind of mentioned in all my showcases, I talk about my recruiting program to the parents usually after the showcase. I wasn't able to do it in Alabama because things got dark and parents started leaving at different times and stuff. So I wasn't ever able to mention about my recruiting program, and I haven't really much into any of the Alabama parents except via email. What I will do in Atlanta on Sunday, I will have a flyer that kind of explains somewhat, not necessarily the package, everything that it included in the packages, but you have some type of form of a flyer. I just started doing this. Atlanta will be my first time I'm doing this. I'm learning as I go each time what to add, what not to add, what to bring, what not to bring to these showcases. All right. But I will have a physical flyer about my recruiting program on Sunday. I will briefly talk about it to the parents, not in deep detail, because I want to get on the call and talk about it. So to answer the question, combination of both, Mark. All right. Appreciate the question. Cynthia was good. Was good, Cynthia. Jacqueline, that's right. I'm going to be emailing you back. What about Instagram? Is that enough? Instagram is not enough, personally. Instagram and Twitter are the two most important social media platforms. And the only reason I say YouTube, okay, it's like somebody for me, you know what I mean? Like, I like to just share, because you guys, a lot of times you guys send me film, which is great. And if I like the kid, or if you're a part of my program, I don't like sending 3, 4, 5 different videos of the player. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just send the coach, a link to your page, to the player's page. So it doesn't take no time. Just download, do everything you're doing. I think you need all of them, to be honest with you. You tag the coaches on Instagram and on Twitter. Certain coaches, like, I know gosh, what's my boy from Division III Pennsylvania school, great kid, young kid, but he loves Instagram. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, D, I love when coach, parents and kids tag me. I'll talk to them right away. I don't need a recruiting service. I don't need a third party, whatever. I go right into the DMs and start hollering and talking, to coaches right on there, So I was checking out when you were here in Cali. Some are D1s require. Let me see. I know that question is coming up. Let me see. A lot of parents don't recognize a good swing, and you're right, they don't. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, you may need to get help sometimes. You know what I'm saying, for what a good stroke is. Okay, because you may think a hit makes it a good, and there is something that went right with your stroke to get a hit, but it's not necessarily a highlight reel type of swing. All right, that'd be like a quarterback that wants to throw, has a highlight reel of a touchdown pass, but he threw the ball and it flutters, all looks crazy, and it's just an ugly throwing pass, but the results are good because the guy catches it as a touchdown. But that's not something that he wants to, be thrown and shown all the way around, right? So. Coach, good points on good clips. What about bunting? I heard from a coach that versatility of the plate is good. Yes, bunting is good. I should have mentioned. And the same kid that I was talking about last weekend, my parent out there that was showing the ground balls, that I was like, nah, those are good swings. But he did have some good clips of his son bunting, which was really good. Should we show my players' ability to drop, bunt, and hit? Yes. Along with the ability to steal bags. Yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 times, him running, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Do those matter for player skills and marketing? Yeah, I mean, if you kind of put it all in a short clip, you know what I'm saying, him running and stealing the bag, yes, nothing wrong with that. Are batting catch work good videos to share? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Manny. One last question, Coach. I was checking out some universities here in Cali, and some of the D1s require like a 3.4 GPA or higher. I know that there are lower requirements for ball players that we should always focus on getting the highest GPA possible. But are the ballers' GPAs more flexible, lower slightly expectations than the kid that's trying to go to university for academics? I'm not talking about a 2.3 or something that low, but what about the kids that have a 2.8 to 3.3? Yeah, you gotta understand. It just depends on the school. You know what I'm saying? Coach Espada, what's up, family? All right. When you gonna come on here, Coach? You know what I'm saying? I see you sneaking in here. All right. Shout out to my boy, Coach Espada, the recruiting coordinator for Mississippi Valley State. I'm trying to get you on here, man. You sneaking on in here. I'm trying to get you on here, Coach. You know what I'm saying? But answer these questions too, Coach. If you can, type them in, man. Help me out. So anyway, he's watching. I'm calling him out a little bit, but I'm my boy, Coach Espada, the recruiting coordinator for Mississippi Valley State. But so anyway, okay, let me get back to this question. Required a 3.4 GPA or higher. I know that the lower requirements for ball players that we should focus on getting the highest GPA possible. I think they'll work with a kid depending on how much they want them. But if it's, if you're looking at a University of San Diego per se, because that's in California, and I know that's a high academic school, okay? They're not going to teeter too much unless your kid is a straight stud, you know what I'm saying, and they'll work something out. But they're going to go after the kids that they're going to want to go at. Stanford's too, you know what I'm saying? Stanford is what it is. That's a great program, and they got a high GPA, and SAT score, and they're not going to waver because they get the best of the smart kids anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Stanford tried to go after me when they saw my grades. They said peace. So it is what it is. You may have to. That's part of. I talk about this in my recruiting program, and the 5 steps on what it takes to 5 steps parents should take during the recruiting process. And one of them are, like, besides looking at your money and finances, another step you should do is just check majors and check schools. And one of those are definitely, what the requirements of these particular schools. It's cool, I could want to go to Stanford all day, but if I can't get in there GPA wise, I gotta go somewhere else. All right. Low the GPA looks better with the good SAT and the high SAT, and that is true. You're right about that, Jensen. Parents should set up a YouTube channel with the player's name, graduation, and live stream the entire games on YouTube. Post the times when your son makes plays in the field and bats. All right. Coaches want to see how kids move when the ball is hit and also react when they get out. And I think that's a shout out to my boy Bill out there with my recruiting service. I want you guys to understand what he's saying. So because of the nature, especially Division I coaches and stuff, now you have you guys know this, but you don't. All right. The Twitters and the Twitters and the Instagrams especially. It's hard to record and have full games on there, right? But with YouTube, with the live streaming aspect of it, you may want to go ahead and think about, getting the cameras or at least recording your son's games, live streaming them, and doing your own editing. You know what I'm saying? And putting it on the YouTube channel. To save the coach, no coach is going to look at an hour worth of game. You guys already know that. I fall in line with the showcase, and I got high level kids that come to showcase and try to get a coach to watch 3, 4, 5 hours straight of a showcase. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So they watch bits and pieces, go back, I cut it up, and I'd be like, yo, and this is the service that I will be providing, and it's going to be an added service, and it's going to be cheaper to the company that I'm using on Sunday, and I hope to continue to use them. Where in the past, and again, this is a learned thing. This is not something that, so I don't want no parents that was in my Jackson, Tennessee and be like, oh, you didn't do that for me, whatever. This was learned. This is something that I realized fast that these coaches were going back and forth and looking at the footage, all right? But I was thinking in my head, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's tough for a college coach to look for 4 or 5 hours worth of stuff without me editing and chopping it up. And I was just providing the service as far as like leaving the footage out there for the coaches to do that. And then the parents wanted to pay extra for their own highlight, you know what I'm saying? They could do that. And we're going to do that now, but it's going to be a lot cheaper. So, I will email and talk about it at my showcase in Atlanta, and I will talk about it now. So when I kind of finalize it, maybe by Friday, I'll talk about that. And also, I'm going backwards. I want to make sure that you guys understand and know this too. I was going to do the rankings per, showcase, you know what I'm saying? I was really thinking about doing that, but then I really thought about it. I said, nah, I don't want to piss nobody off, you know what I'm saying? Parents wise and all of that with the rankings. I want the kids to come out, ball out, do their thing. I know who can do what when I'm talking to college coaches, anything like that. I just don't necessarily want to put it out there and make parents and coaches and all of that upset, you know what I'm saying, over some rankings, okay? So I decided to nix that, especially now, not after one. Maybe in the future or something, I'll put like my top some kids, you know what I'm saying, in my showcases and kind of put it up there like that. But the ongoing rankings, I just think, it'll be, I don't know. I don't think it'll be a good move. All right. So I'm not going to do the necessary rankings over there, but I still want, everybody to kind of, the coach didn't want to ask this on live. My son's committed to OU 14 first, so he jumped on it. He didn't want me to mess it up for him. Now he admits he was hasty in making a decision. How can all right. I want to, Matthew, I hope you don't mind me. I won't talk about it right now. I just said the name, okay? I did not want to do that, but I just got a great message and it's a great topic, okay? But I'm gonna talk to my man first, okay? I just got a great message that will help out a lot of people. Rick, what's up, baby? Rick, what's going on? Rick, I got it. I'm gonna get going on there and get you some messages. I got some, okay? I really love this suggestion. Really love this suggestion. What suggestion? Are you talking about this, Mark? I'm hoping, or what? All right. So so you guys, are seeing this, okay? The YouTube channel, live stream your games. You got your own channel. You think about it, all right? You got your own channel, what you want to put on it, okay? Just like you have all the other Giovanni, what's up, baby? I hope to see you up there in San Diego. I know you and I have talked in the past. I hope you get up to LA, man. All right. You might have signed some kids. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just, yeah. No doubt, Mark. All right. So, But that's not mine. It's Bill, my boy Bill out there. My sister never helped me, Um, that's my boy Bill coming up with that. But he works with me, and that's what we suggested. You guys got your own channel, man. You know what I'm saying? So live stream those games. You know what I'm saying? Onto your YouTube channel and just chop it up. You know what I'm saying? All right, chop it up, and with the highlights of your son, and put it out there, and for these coaches to see. All right, got your own channel. Use it. You know what I'm saying? Use it. You can't do that with all these other platforms. You know what I'm saying? So. Love the idea YouTube channel. Going to get with my boy into 9 things, no doubt, Rick. All right. And this is what we do for this is what we do for our, kids that's in my program. You know what I'm saying? We just, we came up with the live streaming, aspect of it. Just like we live streaming the showcases, all right, to particular channels here and there. You guys can live stream your games, all right, to your channel, all right, be your own channel, okay. Weather Bad here. Yeah, Weather Bad is here too, Cynthia. Did you get? I'm hoping you get it. I hope you can make it. I know you. I kind of sense what you're trying to tell me already. I hope you can make it out on Sunday, Cynthia. All right. I know you got games and stuff like that, but weather is cold in Atlanta, Georgia, but it will be nice on Sunday. All right, nicer. Let me put it like that. All right, it'll be. I thought it was gonna be in the 60s, but it's gonna be in the 50s. Okay, but sunny. All right. There ain't gonna be snow like these other places. All right. So. To the mom that asked, is it too soon to get her 13-year-old involved? I took my son to his first D1 camp at 14. And granted, he's a big kid and they thought he was a junior, senior, facts, which is great. But the college players that were there helping were talking about how they wish their parents started taking them to camps and showcases early. So the answer is absolutely take your 13-year-old as soon as possible. The experience is priceless. Thank you, Woody. All right. I haven't, I've been asked a handful of times for 18, 13-year-olds, well, let me put 2025s to come to my showcases. It's a little bit of time, but my thing as far as getting the information about the recruiting process needs to start. I believe by 7th grade, you need to start taking it. And you guys are, again, I always talk about what I'm doing and I'm in the background, but what I got though is a lot of my programs that I got coming up is going to be tailored to those kids, those 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. You know what I'm saying? Just from what I've been going through the last few years with the recruiting process and the mistakes and, the things that went right, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of accumulated that from my experiences of dealing with parents and the recruiting process. I just want to make sure that the next crop of kids entering the high school and all of that they're well prepared, because I just think sometimes when you're 8th grade, you think you're so far away from your kid. Your kid may be 5'2", 100 pounds, and he's an 8th grader, and you like, my kid is so far away from school and colleges that I don't even want to talk about it, but that's not, because eventually your kid will be 5'11", 6 feet, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, right, and he grows strong, and then now you gotta, chop and make up everything, because now your kid is now technically a college level player. But you need to anticipate as if he will be, you know what I'm saying? You have to anticipate that, all right, my son plays. If you're paying, listen, parents, if you're paying $2, $3, $4 freaking $1,000 a year to play travel baseball, let me just get real with y'all. Your ass better not be thinking that your kid is not going to play college baseball. I hope you ain't just doing it for fun and just think, I want you to have fun. But if you're paying that much money, you should have aspirations for your kid going to play college baseball. So if you're paying 13, you're paying thousands of dollars, you have a dream and aspiration that you want your kid to play at the next level. Do you know what I'm saying? So why not prepare yourself as he's going to play? He may be the 9th, 8th, 9th batter as a 13-year-old on the team. But if you're paying thousands of dollars to play travel baseball, that means you are feeling like your kid has an opportunity. You want him to play at the highest level and potentially get to the game of play college baseball. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So educate yourselves and get it in, and because the 8th batter and 13 may end up being a 3 batter as a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa may happen. The 3 batter at 13 may end up not even playing baseball at 16. Okay? So I'm just saying, I didn't mean to go off like that, but you know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I mean? Just be ready. Just be prepared. And so what? So you get all the education, your kid doesn't pan out the way and he may not be as good, but at least you prepared yourself as if he was ready to do that. You know what I'm saying? So don't fall back and think that, oh, my kid ain't ready and all of that. 7th, 8th grade, start understanding, getting into that recruiting process, start learning that type of stuff. All right. Don't chop it up. Show the mistakes too. Coaches want to see how players react when they mess it up. Don't forget to play the errors, the effect, the bad. Don't do the upset and all of that. Coaches want to see it all. Yeah, they want to see it all, and I get it. But don't. 3-4 hours straight. Just understand. You know what I'm saying? Serge, what's up? All right. It's better to be his dream to play. It better be his dream to play the next level. Right, Mark. So I know. Hey, it better be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kicking out a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Quincy, right? Sure. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all. I just think, again, you guys think and dream and all of that, but I think, I know what you mean, Cynthia, spending that money. I know what you mean, and I'm just saying, like, you guys are so, and I'm in it too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so month to month, year to year, what we got to pay. And you know what I'm saying? You kind of focused on right now where we know the dream is ahead. We have this idea that we're going to get to school, but I think that's what hits parents sometimes so fast when they see your teammate Johnny as a shortstop in 9th grade get an offer, like, oh my God. And then it becomes real to you guys. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being prepared, you know what I'm saying, ahead of time, you know what I'm saying, 7th, 8th grade, because it hits you hard when sometimes that first kid or two that you see get an offer, you be like, oh, it's for real now. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. You know what I mean? Because I know so many parents have all been out there when you start seeing these kids that you've been playing, your son been playing with, it may be your son that you've been playing, and all of a sudden, wow, you know what I mean? That the offer. And I got a parent that came on my show right now. On my phone. He a 14-year-old got a D1 offer. All right. Yeah, 14. Okay. So he ain't in my program. He just messaged me. And I do have a 14-year-old in Jersey that got a D1 offer on the table right now. I asked my son, what's the primary college he wants to go to? Then I have him visualize signing the NLI date, then picture himself in a uniform, then visualize himself in the dugout, then on the field, at bat, winning a championship, walking on campus, living out his dreams. If you believe it, you can achieve it, and your attitude determines your altitude. Amen. That's a whole Woody, that's awesome what you just said. I believe in visualization. I believe in talking things into existence. I was just talking this morning. I was just literally talking, shout out to my mom, Nadine. She I'm talking to her today. I was talking to her this morning, and boom, you know what I'm saying? We were talking about writing our goals down, and it wasn't visualization, but speaking and writing things into existence. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about that this morning. All right. And for my child, you know what I'm saying? And I think about some of the goals and stuff that I've done, and I always talk about the visualization aspect of it. So Woody, kudos. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. Okay. You walk yourself into what you believe. It's not like a surprise thing, and always dream big. So anyway, that's the kid. The kid has to want to do it. All right. But sometimes parents, especially the middle school parents, it's not a reality yet to you. You know what I'm saying? You just worry about your son playing and what team he's gonna play for, and is he gonna have a good time, which are all, valid, things to be thinking about. All right. But on top of that, start preparing yourself for this showcases, for these, like having a distinct plan of action. Okay. D, do you allow participants in your showcases programs to chance to share Twitter, Instagram, YouTube to support one another and see how the older kids do it? I think the networking could be strong for all players involved. Just a thought. Do you allow participants in your showcases and programs the chance to share Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to support one another? Yeah, I'm all, because what happens anyway. But Mark, you absolutely correct. Maybe one day you can post it now. I guess post your Instagram and your Twitters, and I'll give you guys a 5-minute. You know what I'm saying? I'll post it on here. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. And I hope you do support each other, because I talked about this yesterday behind the scenes, that I become Facebook friends with most of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I know certain guys that have their business page and they don't allow their members or followers, connect with them on their personal profile. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I constantly gotta like refresh my list because I'm at the limit, and sometimes parents be reaching out to me and want to befriend me. It may take a little time because I gotta like, like delete kids. I shouldn't have kids, but delete people that are not necessarily I'm not really communicating with, just to make room for the new crop or new kids that or parents that want to connect with me. So, but yeah, by all means, yeah, no doubt, support each other and share Instagrams and Twitter handles and all of that. Yeah, I mean, it is a unity. I just talked about it yesterday. My boy Delmar and Gina out there in Cali was connecting, and the beauty of this yesterday, I saw the messages. I didn't see it live while I was on the show, but I did see that Vernice, what's up? D snowed in. Oh man, sorry about that, Keenan. But I did see my girl Gina and my boy R. Corey and my boy Wayne. Come to find out, they all grew up around each other. You know what I'm saying? And again, the connections that these lives, Facebook lives, make, right? So now they cool. They all know they got sons in and around playing baseball. All right, similar ages and going through that, and a couple of them on the East Coast, one is on the West Coast, but they all grew up around, in the same damn people out in California. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's the beauty of this, what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of what we do. All right. So our family is goal setters, and we preach you set goals that are reachable. And then when you get them, set new goals. But the big thing my wife preaches is follow through. Amen. All right, the follow through, no doubt about it. So I'm yes, this is something that shout out to me. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody. All right, shout out to Jacob and George and all those guys. All right, so yeah, that'll be tough. You guys, that's a Facebook. The Twitters and Instagrams will probably be easier because at so and so and at so and so, and maybe tomorrow we'll just do that by sharing that stuff, all right, and make it easier. After each one teach one, those with Power 5 and JUCO offers can show the younger players how to do this and to market themselves. I think that would be a good extension of Coach D Brown. Yeah, I got you. Ain't no doubt about it. I definitely got a couple parents and stuff that I got, wanting to, they're gonna come on the show. We just kind of finalizing everything, and I definitely want to share stories from the trenches. I call them, everybody signing and their stories, and we're kind of locking down a couple here in the next, hopefully next few weeks. I'm hoping or sooner, but and everybody got a different story, man, and different time frames, and it's just crazy. And but I think in the future though, we're growing in the right direction with these showcases, getting enough kids. The vision that I see, talking about visualization, right, Woody? I always had a vision. I envisioned the player and parents coming on there sharing, the decision, or even doing a live, declaring of what school they're going to choose, they're going to go to. You know what I'm saying? On my show, I envision that, right? I kind of had it with my boy Vic the day he got drafted, the day after he got drafted. Definitely wanted to, have that on there. But I want to kind of continue to do that with these kids that, especially in my program, that are signing with these colleges and stuff, and helping each other out. So we were making that happen. But I got some cool things coming, man, and all I'm gonna have a nice little flyer made from all those good-looking guys that came to my showcases in the past, and we're gonna put a nice little flyer, and I'm gonna send it out to all the parents that been on my that been to my showcases. You guys can take that with you. It would just be a nice little gesture. I've done it with the college coaches that were on my show, and I put all the flyer and all the pictures and stuff. So I'm going to make that happen in the next week or two. Put my team and make a nice flyer, and we put a 2020 flyer together for all the campers that came in 2020, and then we're going to start building out the 2021, which is going to be an insane number. I think leading up to 2021, before the Alabama showcase, we had roughly close to 200 kids. You know, I believe by we get to Arkansas in April, we'll have 200 plus kids, and we still got a whole nother year to go with multiple cities that we're working on being there. So it's going to be a great turnout. It's going to be great names, great, and I just want to. My goal is to have a lot of those spaces with schools, you know, where they're going, because they're all talented enough. Okay. All right. Cool. Anyway, that's my time. All right. I think one of the things a lot of parents miss is to preach to their son and daughter the importance of being a good teammate. There's value in that. When my son is on the bench, I see him get up and give every team member that's coming off the field a pound. I love seeing that, and he's showing that he can be a great on and off the field. Yeah, I think that's something that needs to be filmed too, that type of stuff. You know, that's little stuff, more so than hitting, you know, all that. But, you know, share the little strikeout, share, you know, him walking back. I forgot what coach said that. I thought it was good information to do that. And then, you know, go from there. So, but anyway, that's my time. I'm going to get off of here, man, and continue my day over here. Speaking of parents and stuff, I got to go and pick up my athlete. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Sign up for the Atlanta showcase and the Cali showcase. If you have any recruiting help, Keith, I did get your message. I'm going to set up a call with you. I'm going to set up a call with you, and we will get on the phone, all right, and get on the horn to see if I could be any help for the recruiting side. I did get your message. I just want to make sure you know that. So Keith, I'll shoot you a message, and we'll get on the phone tomorrow and talk about, you know, some of your needs you may have on the recruiting side. And if anybody else needs some help in recruiting, call, you know, private message me. We'll get on the horn and see if I could be of any help to you guys. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. All right. Peace and love to you guys. You guys take care of yourself. All right. Peace.